Welcome. I'm Amy Treadwell, and I would like to show you how to access the early learning teaching resources that have been gathered to support educators, coaches, and leaders. These resources have been especially organized in response to COVID-19 and the changes in our teaching and learning delivery. Thank you to Chicago's Education Equity COVID-19 Response Fund and to the McCormick Foundation for supporting this work. We know that many of you are looking for high quality resources to use in both remote and in-person learning. Resources that will support our youngest learners. The resources recommended here are especially focused for pre-K and kindergarten learning. And we have organized the materials in a folder of materials to include several things. To access the documents, you'll always go to the same link, http://bit.ly/early learning teaching resources. This link will give you access to the most up-to-date copy of the teaching resources. In the folder that's located here, you will see a document that says Start Here, and please read this first. This document shows us that there's a searchable Google Sheet as well as a downloadable PDF. If you are more comfortable with a Google Sheet, then you'll go to the tab here in green that says Early Learning Teaching Resources. That tab will lead you to the resources, and you will see that they are organized alphabetically. In addition to them being organized alphabetically, they are also organized by content area: science and social studies, literacy, numeracy, social emotional learning, health, and wellness. If you are more comfortable with a PDF, then you can go to the downloadable PDF. All of the same resources are in both the PDF as well as in the Google Sheets document. You'll notice in the PDF that there is one document with all of the resources organized alphabetically. This is just one document with no tabs at the bottom. Regardless of which way you look at the resources, both share 70 excellent tools that are recommendations from teachers and instructional coaches, from leaders, from higher ed folks, as well as from nonprofit staff as well. All curated with the focus on what works best in early learning. Once you are in the document, you will notice that each resource has a brief description. It shares whether it's free, and it also gives lots of other information we hope you find helpful. Two ideas I'd like to share with you now are: one, the intended resource. So whether the resource is a teaching tool, a professional development resource, or if it's focused on leadership development, that is located here. In addition to that, the kinds of access and content focus is located here. So a resource might have social emotional learning components and numeracy and literacy and me and my world, and all of those ideas would be located here, so you can see which resources have which content focus. We really would love to hear from you. Do you have a resource that isn't listed here that you'd like us to know about? Or do you have feedback that would help us to make this document better? Please go to the top of the page and give us some feedback. And thank you for working with our youngest learners.